there, my name is Anna and welcome to my channel. On this channel here, I do tarot card readings. So if that's your fancy, you should definitely stick around. You might find a message that resonates with you. And if you do, it's free to show love. You could like it, you could comment, you could perhaps even follow. And if you really do dig the vibes and want to see like the whole reading, you can find the link to my YouTube page on my bio. Or you can stay here on TikTok. Don't really matter. So, into the messages. I was channeling four songs. Like this energy, this message came through so strong. I don't mean to laugh. Like I don't mean to laugh. Anyway, four songs. The first song I was channeling was Desperado by Rihanna. And it was like the part I kept hearing was the Dear Desperado, yeah, but I don't want to be alone. Dear Desperado, yeah, but I don't want to be alone. And the next song I was channeling was Moment for Life by Nicki Minaj and what's his name? Drake. Then I was channeling Eyes on Fire by Blue Foundation. And I was channeling Bad Things, which is like the theme song to the show True Blood. I know these songs seem all over the place, but I promise you they all make a story. So before getting into the songs, the first two oracle cards that we had coming out, well, the one, we have Tough Love here with Lavender. So this card here is talking about you being in a space right now where you are being guided to introduce a calm, peaceful, yet a stealthy energy to your life where it is right now. So I'm getting that in your current circumstances, there could be what you feel as turmoil. Now, this could be manifesting in a physical sense where you could be in a situation with a person that is causing you like this turmoil, or I'm also hearing distress, or you're at least having the emotions coming back up to the surface from when you were dealing with this person, place, or thing. Yes, they're coming back up to the surface, and it could be causing you turmoil and a bit of stress. So this card here is talking about how are you able to introduce a more gentle and calm approach with yourself, therefore you can with those around you. Even though it is calm and gentle, but it is intentional, right? And it is a level of stealthiness to this. It's almost a message of you don't have to get out of character, even though the energy around you might feel as if it's amping you up to do something. This is meant for you to see above that, to see through that, you know what I mean? To have a true bird's eye perspective on this situation, because your bottom deck energy is finding grace here with Starflower. Now, this card is talking about the energy that you are currently sitting in. And this card talks about like one can either choose to like hide themselves away from the world, or they can choose to put themselves out there on display for people to see in their own authenticity. Now, with this card here, I am intuitively picking up that you yourself could be an empathetic person. You could be an intuitive person yourself. Do you have like these special gifts? Yes. You have these special gifts, and they are meant to be shared with the world. But in order for them to be shared with the world, you have to take that first step I'm getting to be bold. Be bold enough to recognize that you are a divine being, full of divinity, just having a human experience. That is all that this is. From a bird's eye perspective, right? Like all the way zoomed out. You're a divine being full of grace that is having a human experience. Being bold is for you to put faith in that. And by you putting faith in that, that just means that you are gracefully putting actions behind that acknowledgement. And this is to say that you don't have to get out of character. You don't have to get out of character with it. All you have to do is to follow what you are intuitively being led to do. These are what these two oracle cards are telling me here with Tough Love and finding grace. Now, I do want to say that from the songs that I was picking up on, I am getting that you could be in a time and space right now where you are healing certain trauma or like trauma responses that you have. So I'm getting that you could resonate with like trying to heal codependency, or like a victim mentality, or like a scarcity mindset where either you're not worth that in a bag of chips, life for you can never be easy, but yeah, basically you're not worthy of anything. And what I'm getting, mainly what you're looking for, is reciprocity, right? Reciprocity within your connections. Now this could be family, this could be potential lovers, this could be friends, these can even be like work colleagues. You're like looking for a deeper bond or a truer connection out of the connections and partnerships that you do have in your life. But what I'm getting is that the current situation is like you're the only person in the situation that has been like touched by grace in a way. So that's where that boldness comes from, is like you can either, with tough love here, you can either succumb to the drama and the traumas that are around you, and you could choose to use your efforts to follow suit with that, or you can choose to put your efforts into where you're intuitively being led, how you're intuitively being led to act or handle yourself in this current time and space. That's what the song Eyes on Fire was giving me. There's a line in the song where she's saying, like, I seek you out, feeding my flame. I forget the line above it, but she's basically saying, like, she sees through the person's stolen power. Yeah, like she sees through the person's stolen power. So it's kind of like you could have a person around you that's like imitating as if they have, like, I'm getting like a big dog energy, but when you really look at them, they're like a little chihuahua. Like their bark is big. They have a big bark, but they don't have actions to follow that up. But what I'm getting with you is that you are seen as such a graceful, delightful even person, and I'm getting like it really shakes up or really rattles either this one person or people that are around you, and they might be purposefully doing things, or it could be unintentional. They could be unaware of how much they actually are bothered by your light. But anywho, they could be doing certain things or saying certain things to try to get you out of character, but it's like you're smarter than that. With Eyes on Fire by Blue Foundation, you were smarter than that. You're smarter than that because all you know is that what this person wants to do is the energy they're trying to put you in and how they want you to react is that they want you to be like the song Desperado by Rihanna. They want you to succumb to all of your insecurities, be it codependency, victim mentality, a scarcity mindset, believing that you are lesser than, despite your vision for yourself. Is exactly where you want to be. And it's the exact opposite of what these people or this energy around you is making it out to seem. So you have to be, in a sense, like a pioneer where you have to show these people that you're being serious. And for you to be bold, I don't know, you might have to distance yourself between you. Well, no matter what, you're going to distance yourself between you and this energy. So if you have to leave a person, then you might have to leave a person. It's like how many times are you going to let yourself fall again and again and again and again and again and again until you finally stand up for yourself and be intentional about the energies that you interact with and entertain. So we have meditate and contemplate. Okay, we have meditate and contemplate. So with New Moon and Pisces, I'm getting like this is like a newfound or a new sense of like emotional intelligence that I am getting with yourself and those are around you. We did channel that about you being empathetic. Like you could resonate with that. Then we have Gibbous Moon. You're very close to achieving your goal. And we channeled that, right? You are right on the cusp of getting what you want. And what you want is true reciprocity out of all connections that you entertain, right? You're very close to achieving that goal. All you have to do is recognize that you are a divine being. that is having a human experience, and that you are graceful. You do not and because of that, simply because of that, you do not have to stoop down to any low vibrational energy. And you're G's, you're straight, you're so close. You're so close. Yeah. Like, and by you being so close to achieving your goal, like you're right on the cusp of getting what you want, out of life. All you have to do is make sure that you're meditating. And this is you finding quiet moments throughout your day, whether it could just be 5 minutes or it could be a whole hour. Whatever fits for your daily life, whatever fits for your daily life. But once you meditate, right, and you're able to have that connection with yourself and you get serious, you're going to realize that this is not actually who you are, what you like, or what you want to be around. And why? It's because when we're meditating, we're allowing for the other side to connect with us, that want nothing but the absolute best for us. And we're also able to clearly listen to our heart. And our heart is our internal compass. It's always going to guide us in the direction that is best suited for our soul. Now, our soul gives us the things that we need, right? Not necessarily the things that we want. Now, sometimes things that we want are things that we need, but other times there's things that we want, but it's not what we need, right? So this is you being guided to connect with yourself and to really understand, right? Let me tell you, really understand, you're playing chess, okay? Not checkers. You're playing chess, not checkers, okay? Yes. And let's get one more card here. Yeah. Come on. I can't make it up. What does it say? Fixed moon, hold your vision. This is that fixed energy that we were talking about with tough love here. This is where your fixed energy needs to be. You can choose to stick and stay around this environment, no matter who it is. It could even be yourself in your own environment, right? Like, let's say, for example, you might have a little bit of a problem with your weight, but in your mind, you see yourself as the body type that you want. Not the body type that you're being told to have, but the body type that makes you happy, the body type that you yourself are seeing. You can choose to sit down on the couch and still eat, and then tell yourself when you see like a magazine or you see your ideal body type on a magazine or on TV, you can keep telling yourself like, that's never going to happen for me. It's never going to happen for me. And continue to be in that victim mentality, that scarcity mindset. Or you can choose to put your actions behind your vision. And that's you working towards achieving that goal for yourself. That was my cat. Sorry. Everything is fine, but that was my cat. Yes. But this is, you're so close. You're so close. I'm telling you, it's like on your fingertips. Like, it's on my fingertips, so I know it's on yours. Daily practice of meditation also does help with keeping us like lasered focus. It helps us with keeping us laser focused. It's almost like you can see it as, in school how we had like homeroom or we had study hall. It's like in study hall, you can choose to just like do whatever you want, or you can choose to spend that time wisely. There you go. Thank you, Most High. That is the main message. Within your current time and space right now, you need to choose what you are going to do with that time and space. You need to choose how you're going to, I'm hearing, take advantage of the time that you have right now, of the stillness rather that you have right now. Oh. And then at the bottom, yes, we have work through your fears. Like we were channeling, you being bold and making that move to do something that you're not seeing, in your current circumstance. Do that. Don't become sucked up by, like, it's like, don't be sucked up by the current energy just because you're too afraid to live the life that you see in your mind's eye. Don't be afraid just because you don't see anybody else around you doing it. If you have to be that pioneer, then you have to be that pioneer. 444 on the timer. Yes, this is you being given time and space right now to figure out how you are going to build upon this. Well, I don't want to say it's not build upon this vision, but how are you going to create a solid foundation for you to essentially graduate up out of this former life or this former foundation? It's just like a formula. Think of it like a formula. Like you had a formula that was working. It's not working anymore. You have to meditate and contemplate to figure out, you know, what you're going to do. What you're going to do with this time and space. You can choose to stay stuck or you can choose to move forward. The choice is yours though. The choice, and that's the beautiful thing with tarot, is like sometimes, you know, people are like, oh, it's like set in stone, but it's not. It's really not. We all have free will. Like you could come across this reading, hear all these messages and think to yourself, oh, these are all hitting, it resonates, you know, but it's up to you. It's up to you to put the action behind it. That is up to you. We all have free will, you know, we all have free will. All right, so let's see if we can get any additional details from the tarot. Okay, let's see. Oh, that was a lot. I did see the Queen of Cups. So again, another confirmation of you can resonate with being an empathetic person. And that could also be quite challenging for a situation like this, because with being an empathetic person, if we don't have practices right in place that help us ground ourselves before we enter into an environment, especially if we already are aware that there's people around that, you know what I'm trying to say. But if you already don't have those actions in place, then it can be quite difficult, because when you step into this environment and you do take on this energy, you feel it as if it's your own, but it's not. It is not. It is these other people, or at least this other person. Or if you don't resonate with that, then it's at least the toxicity of yourself. Like you could resonate with perhaps struggling with depression, you know. It could be that depression that keeps holding you back. And you know, depression depression can be addicting, you know. So with that, yeah, it could be quite difficult. Page of Swords. Yeah, this is you. I feel like this is you, right? Imagine yourself like if you had a friend that was telling you everything that you were currently going through and or experiencing. It's like, what's the advice that you would tell your friend is what you need to be telling yourself, right? Like, bro, sis, it's not working. So maybe let's get a bit curious and like, let's like look up different ways, or at least get ourselves involved in different ways to try to see through this fog, because right now it's like not making any sense. So it's like, this is you putting like the mental action, or the mentality about trying to see through the fog behind your actions. Don't stay in the mental headspace where you're at right now, because you're never going to be able to make sense and see through the fog. The fog, the illusions, the secrets, the confusion. You're never going to be able to see it if you stay where you're at now. Yeah, this is definitely you getting curious. It's like, okay, well, how are there other ways that I can introduce to help dispel like this type of elusive energy that you're feeling? Yeah, see? Whatever you were doing before, like, it wasn't working. Like, it's not working. And then we have Eight of Swords at the bottom. Then I'm looking at the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Like, it's like you're counting yourself out of the game before you've even entered it. You know what I mean? Like, you haven't even entered the game. You haven't even signed up or applied to be a part of the game show, but you're already telling yourself it's not going to work. It's a waste of time. Oh no, 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 honey. It's not a waste of time. It's not a waste of time. It's not a waste of time. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Yeah. You're just, oh man. Like, that's not it. I'm telling you, like, it's not it. It's not even a thing for you anymore. And if you know that you're not in this current time and space, right, where you're still living with that doubt or that fear, then if you made it this far, and I pray that you did, please, I'm praying, allow for this to be a confirmation for you that you are going to be safe as you move through this portion. That is so important, right? As you move through this portion of your lifelong journey, this portion, you might have to go through something that you don't want to have to do. But it's simply because you're just learning how to ride your bike with the training wheels off. You might be afraid to fall. But if you do fall, at least you're going to learn how to pick yourself back up. And then when you have another situation that comes up and it looks like that curb that tripped you up before, you're going to know. No. You're not a part of this new dawn, this new beginning, this fresh start that you have soon coming. And this is what was giving me, like, just for this short portion, just for that short portion of your lifelong journey right here, this is the moment that you're in where you are learning how to work with the energy around you and to learn how to be patient, not only with yourself, but with the universe. Because if you are rushing and impatient with the universe and the energies around you, that only means that you're impatient with yourself. And I know no one likes to feel rushed to do anything or to make something happen. If we all had it our way, we would like to know ahead of time so that way we can be as much as prepared as we can be before this fresh start, or the fresh start's already happening, but before you get what you are deeming as your fresh start. The fresh start has already happened. Like, you're already here. The fresh start is already here. It's up to you to when you're going to decide that you're ready to start walking down the path that actually will lead you to the vision that you're seeing. And just, if this helps you with the timing thing, you're very close. You're very close. It's just going to take as long as you need it to. Always remember that part too. Healing journey, everything takes as long as you need it to. Yeah. You're definitely learning how to just walk strictly on faith. And using your heart as your internal compass. Yeah, with the devil at the bottom to help you expel that toxic energy that we were picking up on. Now, the toxic energy could be with you. It could be toxic energy that this person could be throwing upon you, or it can be a combination of both. And it really could be, because we did channel that, you could be intuitive, you can be empathetic as well. So it's even like a double whammy if you're able to feel it and it feels as if it's your own energy. But what I'm telling you, once you sit with yourself and you're able to meditate, you're going to realize you're not that bent out of shape. You're not that bent out of shape. It's simply what you have to do to get what you want. Like if you want to be a lawyer, right? You can't just like sit there and then become a lawyer. At the same time, you also can't just go on the computer and take like a 10-minute quiz and then be certified a lawyer. No, you have to go to school. Like you would have to go to school and learn everything that you would need to learn and be patient with yourself to finally be able to graduate and get that certificate or whatever lawyers get. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. But let's see what else we can get from Temperance here. Like, if you're noticing around you, like, nothing is really happening or nothing is really changing, and we can see that with the Wheel of Fortune, it's because it's meant for you to further understand something about your current circumstances. It's like telling you, hey, nothing's really happening, and it's for a reason. And if you want to know what the reason is, you can find a tarot reading, or you can choose a quiet moment, no less than, you know, like 5 minutes to meditate. And meditating doesn't have to be like such a quiet act. Like, I myself meditate, like I do sit and like quiet. Sometimes I listen to guided meditations. Other times I put on really good music and I be dancing and twerking around my house. And just by doing that, it's like you're allowing for yourself to connect with your heart. Something that really makes you happy. Like, I love to dance. So that's something that makes me happy. So I'm able to connect with my heart space. And my mind is open. And when I do that, there are ugly things that come up to my surface. I let them come up and I just let them go out, right? That's something that could be beneficial for you. Things will come up to your surface. It will become clearer for you. It will become clearer for you. But I just channeled that because maybe some might resonate with not being able to sit in like stillness. It's just whatever activity that you really love doing. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's to help dispel this energy where you think that you're upset, but you're upset over something. Like, if you resonate with this being like a past connection, or a connection that you're currently in, even, or a workspace that you're currently in, or even a mindset that you're currently in, right? You don't even like it. You don't even want it. Like, if you resonate with this being a person, you don't even want to be with them. If you resonate with this being a job, you don't even want to work there anymore. But yeah, you don't even want it anymore. But it's beautiful that this is in the reverse position here, because as you move with the energy around you and you continue taking the steps that you're being guided intuitively to take, you are starting to realize that there's more options in your life. And they're closer to you than you think. There's more options in your life. And these are options that are going to emotionally fulfill you. Yeah. With the Hierophant here. With the Hierophant here, what I'm intuitively picking up on is that you may not see it yet, but there's something like... There's something here with the Hierophant at the bottom, with the bottom deck energy, that you're going to hit a certain point in your life that you're going to look back most likely on this present moment, right? And you're going to realize that's why I went through what I had to go through. Because without you going through certain situations or being around certain people, you were never going to realize exactly who you were. It was like all meant to just like bring out the most truest parts of you. Because I'm guessing, you know, with the keys here, they've been hidden for so long. So it's meant for you to unlock your own truths about yourself. Yesterday's reading was rediscovering your inner truth. So you might want to watch that. You don't have to, but it might resonate with you as well. Okay. I'm looking at the moon card here now. Yeah, like, just because you can't see where you're going, don't allow that to induce fear. Let it be exciting for you. Instead of being fearful of not being able to see clearly how you're going to get ahead, let it be exciting. Let it be exciting. Because, hey, you already know the destination. So let the journey be exciting, at least, you know? Okay, let's see what else that we can get. Okay, so we have the Nine of Wands coming out here. Intuitively, I'm picking up on this is like you hitting a certain point because it's falling under the hold your vision. This is you hitting a certain point where you're going to be able to put up boundaries, either with yourself or maybe boundaries with external energy to ensure that you are holding true to your vision. So this is you reaching a point in your life where you are putting the actions behind getting what you truly desire out of life. Yeah. The Fool. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. I was telling you, this energy was strong. I was like, oh, these messages are coming through. Yeah, this is strong energy here. Yeah, I'm looking at the Ace of Pentacles. Exactly. There's an opportunity right here that I am intuitively getting. It's just going to find you. It's just going to find you. Now, it's going to seem small, but I guarantee you, your heart is going to be telling you don't give up on it, because it has potential to turn into something great. Like, I don't know, you could resonate with the example of, like, if you don't like your weight and you finally decide that you're going to do something different about it, you change up your diet, you put in some work regimens, you decide to post up a picture here, there, and everywhere because, you know, you're more confident in your skin. Who knows? A modeling agency could reach out to you. Someone could reach out to you saying, hey, I really like your look. We would love to have you here and there. You know what I mean? But, or it could be something like that, or it could be something smaller. Like, it could just be like, hey, we just need you for this. Like, it's not like a contract where, like, you're doing it and doing it and doing it, but it's like, it's allowing for you to taste what you have been envisioning for yourself, what you truly have been desiring. Is like that reciprocity, how you recognize things as certain things in people. This is what you want the world to recognize in you. The world can only recognize something in you until you put it out there. Like, if you're really, really, really good, like a really good singer, or like you're really good with numbers, or, you know, you're really gifted, because we did channel that here with, oh, I put that backward. We did channel that here with Starflower, because it talked about sharing your gifts with the world. But the world can only know your gifts unless you put them out there. You know what I mean? Put them out there. And trust me, the right ones will follow. The right ones will follow, and they will find you. They will support you. They will like what you got going on. It's something small, right? But it's letting you know that there's good people in the world. There's goodness in the world. And it's there for you to have as well. You just have to believe that it's there for you to have. And by you doing that is you confidently owning all parts of you. All parts of you. And seeing them, even those nasty parts, seeing those nasty parts of you as like lessons you had to go through. And if it's still nasty, then that is just letting you know you still have to do a little bit more inner work with yourself, so that way when it does come back up, it doesn't feel as nasty. Yeah, exactly. I'm looking at the Devil, the Six of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and then the Hierophant. Yeah, exactly. Being above it, being above all that. Like, this is stuff that you could have, like, had going on since, like, childhood, or just from, like, a very long time. Yeah. Your inner child is also playing a big part in this as well. Because your inner child could have felt, like, stifled almost for a long time. And now it's like your inner child is aware, hey, you're making decisions for us, adult you. Like, can we do something that's, like, fun? Or can we do something that actually makes our heart sing? Can we do something that puts us in an energy of joy and happiness? Because us doing that is what's going to help us remain, like, more confident. And as we're doing that, and we're still remaining open to be able to adapt, to take on new things, to go new places, all of these experiences are going to add up to your own wisdom. Your own wisdom. That is meant for you. It's meant for you to experience. That way you can share it with the world. Oh my gosh. If the world was at the bottom of the deck, I would have freaked out. I would have ended this reading right here. Okay, but let's go on with the Nine of Wands. See what else we can get. The Moon card. Exactly. This is you holding your vision and putting up the barriers between yourself and your fear, simply because you just don't know where you're how you're going to get there. You know where you're going, which is great. You're just not sure how the path looks yet. Is it paved? Is it dirt? Am I in a buggy? Am I on foot? Am I in a car? You don't know that. You don't know that part yet. But don't allow for that fear to take over. Don't allow for that fear to take over. Make sure you're putting up boundaries even with yourself. And you might have other people around you too that might say these things, but you have to be strong. That's another thing with the Nine of Wands. Like, this is a wounded warrior right here. Like, this is a wounded warrior. They're wounded. You see the bandage up there on their head, and they got like something going on down there. They're wounded, but they're not giving up the fight. Like, they're not giving up. They have just gotten to a certain point now where they've learned, I have to put up certain boundaries if I want to further protect myself, because you're still healing something within yourself. You're still healing. Yeah. Thank you, Spirit. Strength. This is you exuding strength. Your boundaries, you enforcing boundaries with anything that doesn't fit your vision. That is you being strong. Let's see if we can further clarify this moon card here, just really quickly, to make sure that it is just like fears and boundaries. So we had I'm not taking them, but we had the King of Cups, the Four of Cups, Four of Wands. Again, you'll be seeing a lot of fours. And Four of Pentacles. There's 3 fours. Yeah, you definitely can be seeing a lot of fours right now. So you might want to look up that number, angel number, 444. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to take them to clarify the moon card, but with the King of Cups, the Four of Cups, the Four of Wands, and the Four of Pentacles, yeah, this is you intuitively listening to yourself despite all the turmoil that is going around you. I don't know if you can make it out in the card, but you see that this person is sitting on a throne, on a slab, but all the water around him is meant to be like going crazy. That's what the waves in the card mean. And it's supposed to mean that even in intensely either dramatic, traumatic, or chaotic energy, you are still cool, calm, and collected. You're still cool, calm, and collected. And it could be yourself, we saw like that toxic part with the devil card coming out. It could be you that's creating these waves. It could be other people around you that are creating these waves. But it's like, no matter what, don't listen to it. Don't listen to that. Listen to your heart instead, because you have a goal of elevating in life, right? And that's all you need to be focused on, sweet cheeks. That is all you need to be focused on. Everything else is for the birds. All right, so what's the moon card here? Moon card. Yeah. It's coming out a little fumbled, but we have the Six of Wands here. The Six of Wands. Am I going to be successful? Is it going to go out the exact way that I wanted to? Am I going to get the recognition and the validation that you deserve? Yeah. Oh my goodness gracious. Let's see what else we can get with the moon and the Six of Wands here. Oh, on this new start that you're going to have. Is it going to go exactly the way that you wanted to? Is it going to be successful? You know it's going to be successful because you're not going to let yourself fall. You're not going to let yourself fall. You're not. As long as you remain aware of the fact that, hey, if I don't put in work, nothing is going to come. But if you put in the work, it's going to effortlessly come to you, because you're no longer living a lie. You're no longer living your life in somebody else's shoes. You're finally putting on your own pair of shoes and then walking out in them confidently. It's like at this point right now, you could still just trying to be figuring out what kind of pair of shoes you want to put on. Like, I don't know. Maybe you were in heels and now you want sneakers. Maybe you were in sneakers, now you want heels. I don't know. Yeah. And then we have the eight, not the Ace of Cups. We have the Seven of Cups at the bottom. Yes. The only way for you to know if something is for you is that you have to try it out. You have to get involved. You have to dip a toe. It's not for you to say that you take on everything that this cup is, or that this avenue presents to you, that this person presents to you. You don't have to take everything, but at least being able to be confident enough to look at it, the person, the energy. I don't know. I mean, maybe it might even help to like see life as a game and just see people as characters. I don't know. Just for this portion, right? It might help you. It might help feel easier to interact with people and with life if you see it as a game. You know, because when we're playing a game, anything that happens to that character in the game, we don't take it personal. So there's something about that as well. Yeah, because it's like now I'm seeing the devil card again, because it's like the devil feels as if like that toxic low vibrational energy has to work overtime to pull you back, because it can feel, that devil ass energy can feel that you're on the cusp of something. Like as soon as you start making this move, you have already put yourself on the path. You're in the energy of a fresh start. You are, but this fresh start is it's still like a blank canvas, because you haven't painted anything on it yet. So you can paint a picture that you've already seen, or you can paint the picture that you see in your mind, you know? And then as you decide, once you decide to take a step on that path here, we see with the temperance, as you decide to, you know, throw out that old painting and start painting your own vision that you're so close to achieving, mind you, right? As you paint that and you start taking the steps to get towards that painting, you are further walking away from that toxic devil low vibrational energy. You're walking away from it. So that's why the devil's like working overtime. Like you could be having a lot of like misunderstandings or like arguments, or you yourself could be feeling kind of like out of sorts. You could be feeling moody. Yeah, but just be able to see past all of that and just tell yourself it was a lesson. Rejection is divine protection, and it happened for a reason. You've learned what you've learned. It's coming out so clear in the spread right here. You've learned all that you could learn from this past foundation, or this past story. It's just time for a new one. It's just time for a new one. But yeah, you're steadily walking away from that. I want to do real bad things with you. You know what? You might want to watch the show True Blood if you haven't seen it, or just rewatch it, because there's something I keep getting with like the main character Suki. Like, oh my god, what kind of name is fucking Suki anyway? Anyway, I do like that show. But in True Blood, like Suki was she was like half fae, like she was half fairy. So like unbeknownst to her, she had parts in her DNA that were just coded in magic. Like she can make light shoot out of her hands, and she could hear other people's thoughts. Like that was her main thing. She could hear other people's thoughts, but she was able to connect. That was the whole thing. She was able to connect with people, and she was actually able to heal people. It wasn't in the way of like, oh, let me place my hands on you and heal them. No, it's like she had what you would call like a fighter spirit. She really had a fighter spirit, and because I guess she was fairy, she just magically always had like protection around her. She had protection around her. But that's because the fairies, like they only want to see the best. They only see the best in people. They just want to do right by people. And then just have like a little bit of fun in between, but it doesn't harm anybody. This is like, I'm getting like, this is like you could resonate with being like this. Now, the whole show, Suki had to fight. She had to defend herself and her family throughout the entire show. And no matter what she did, family, friends, her close loved ones all ended up dying. Well, majority of them did. They died. And within the show, there was countless times where Suki could have just turned around and walked away, but she couldn't. And for whatever reasons in the show with that character, why she couldn't, the overallness why she couldn't walk away was because she still had things about herself to learn. I mean, at one point, being around this toxic low vibrational energy that the vampires were all about, you know, Bill and Eric, they were vampires. So it was like, because of her connection to them, she was always in a state of fear. She was always in a state of stress and turmoil. And she was always having to fight to protect herself and her loved ones. And it got to the point where Suki wanted to just give all her power away. She didn't even want it because she saw herself as something that was like not good. Like it wasn't good. Because what she wanted from life, she kept seeing time and time again that it wasn't going to happen for her. Not because it wasn't for her. It's because of the present company that she kept around her. It wasn't for her. But she had to go through that to learn it. And it took her like 6 to 8 seasons, I think. So, hey, if it took her that long, give yourself some credit, okay? Give yourself some credit. But that did just come up for me. So you might resonate with that. You might like that show. Maybe you might want to give that show a looky-loo. I don't know. But yeah. And she did have a good person in there. Alcide, Hervo was a good man, but he just... Yeah, it was actually because of her connection. It was actually her connection still to like Bill and Eric that... It was sad. It was sad. But anyway, yeah, maybe give that show a watch. I don't know. But maybe give the show a watch because it might be relevant for you. It might be relevant for you. Okay, so let's get some advice cards, please. Most high that the collective needs to hear. That goes along with this spread. Okay, so we have align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? Yeah, that was pretty on the nose. Okay, let's get another one. We have break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. This advice card did come out in Rediscovering Your Inner Truths reading that I posted yesterday. So you definitely might want to go check that out. But yes, break the chain. Yes. Ancestral patterns. So for some of you, you can resonate with this being within your own family, you know? Like for some of you, this could be your own family. That's why the messages was coming through about you having to be bold, essentially being a pioneer to live life differently than what you're used to seeing or being around. And if this is not with family, then this could be like just like within a home. Like you might still share a home with somebody. And yeah, by you healing, you're going to be rewriting. You're going to be changing your own trajectory. That's what's happening. Yeah, like maybe even like the women in your family or like the men in your family, like it's like you see the story has been repeated for like generations, and you were about to break it. You're about to break it. And you could ask yourself, because I can hear it, but why me? Why do I have to go through it? It's because you chose to do it and because you are strong, right? Why were you chose to do it? Because you are a divine being having a human experience, simply so that your soul can continue to elevate. Yes. Then we have Seeding the Light, Laying Foundations, Divine Plan, like we kept channeling. You definitely might want to go check out the show True Blood. All of this happened for a reason. And you're not going to see it. It's not going to hit you until you're a ways down the way. Now, for some of you, this could be, this could be letting you know what's going to be going on. And for others of you, this could just be a reminder, or this could just be a confirmation. You know, we're all on different points on this sacred healing journey of ours. Yes. And at the bottom, we have don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? You're dimming your light. How are you dimming it? By giving into that fear that your ego is trying so hard to try to protect you. But you don't need any protection because you already have it, because you're a divine being having a human experience. Don't be afraid of the world. It's not nervousness. It's not fear. It's just excitement. It's excitement. It's not uncertainty. It's faith, right? Your new start is coming. Just keep walking out on faith, all right? those are the messages that I'm getting, and I pray that they have found you oh so very well. And until next time, bye.